So Theodor and me made it to the Lac de Tisli, and it has this absolutely beautiful color. And I guess it's also quite good for washing dishes. So let's have a small walk to the lake, enjoy the view, get the dishes clean, and then continue through the mountains. So I'm in Darts Canyon and it's really beautiful. And look at these sheer cliffs going down to the water. Very scenic road leading along this canyon. Yeah, it's changing all the time. Sometimes it's quite green, then it's really rough again. Beautiful road to drive on. Okay, let's drive a little bit on this beautiful road then, huh? My selfie stick. Today is a big day because today we're leaving the Atlas Mountains and driving straight into the Sahara to Merzouga. And I have to say I'm kind of excited because neither Theodor nor I have ever seen the Sahara with our own eyes or headlights. So that's where we're heading right now. Still about 4 hours to drive to Merzouga, and Merzouga is supposed to be a very authentic entry point to the Sahara. Not quite as touristic as other cities because it's kind of far off, so exactly the type of destination Theodor and me like a lot. And look at these views to go with it. I mean, absolutely amazing. Some ruins. I think I actually have to stop to make a photo here. My god, this is beautiful. I left the Atlas Mountains behind me and I'm heading straight to the Sahara, and you can really see how the landscape is changing quickly. Between there were some open steppes almost, a few sand dunes, a few camels as well along the way. Now it's again a bit more green. I think I'm crossing an oasis right now. But Merzouga, which is basically the door towards Sahara, is only 1 hour ride away from here. So yeah, looking forward to see some sand. Let's see if I get stuck. I'm very, very excited about seeing the Sahara soon. Let's go. Okay guys, we're making it to the Sahara Desert, and we have again a hitchhiker here. Ayub. The hitchhiker day keeps the mechanic away, and the Sahara is already in front of us. You can see it in the distance. That's very exciting. Let's go. Still have good company here. My hitchhiker is still there, and look at the view. It's absolutely perfect. This is absolutely great. Look at all the sand. And my friend the hitchhiker here was nice enough to film a little bit while I'm driving around Theodor with my phone. Yeah, absolutely perfect. Well, that was fun. Absolutely perfect hitchhiker. First guy that didn't want any money or whatever from me. Well, actually not first one, but he was nicer than the rest. We didn't really share a common language. He spoke Spanish, I speak French. So we kind of mixed that and had a good communication. Very nice. Also, he took some good photos or videos of Theodor driving through the dunes. So yeah, absolutely great. And now I'll meet again Matze and Janina and the pizza oven. And they're also traveling with Horst, with a big black camper. And yeah, some German reunion somewhere next to the Sahara. So driving to the hotel, we've got already some nice company here. Huh? That's not too bad. These guys on the way to the hotel. Huh. And that road almost looks, yeah, it looks perfect. You can pass that no problem. Not sandy at all. Let's go. It's exciting, I have to say, to see the Sahara in real. It is a special feeling. It's the first time for me. I mean, this long journey to Central Asia and all, not so many first times, because I've been to this region before, but Morocco and Sahara, well, that's something new. Now we're arriving already. didn't arrive. Passing again the camels. Not so easy to find into this camping because, you know, it's surrounded by these authentic walls. You never quite know which road leads where, because sometimes it's a hotel inside, but then you can maybe drive past. So actually now we're driving back to the first place I went to, this fancy looking entrance to the hotel. I think I just have to pass the hotel on the left and then I should get to the camping. So, déjà vu. Let's see. Don't care that I'm here, that's good I guess. Now we follow. Yeah, that looks promising. Oh yes, I think we made it. Okay guys, Mezuga, desert town, and you can see the Sahara right behind me. I'm camping with some German guys. They are standing here, the tent is back together because we did some fun driving today. And yeah, it's actually a hotel. And for 10 euros a night you can stand here, camp here, use the bathroom, the shower, the toilet and the pool. Which feels a bit strange. I mean, we're in the Sahara and we are sitting at the pool. But I'll go there right now, edit my video a little bit, because YouTube videos don't edit themselves. And then later, the German guys with a pizza oven in their camper, or like over the trailer, will prepare some pizza, which is kind of amazing. Also in the Sahara. So today is a nice day in the Sahara. Some driving in Theodor, some pool, and some pizza. Not too bad. Okay, so Theodor has some Dakar challenge stickers, or one sticker at the front. But this is not the big news. The big news is that now it's time for real adventure, because I will venture away from tarmac into the desert, because I have a real challenge today and tomorrow. I guess it'll take 2 days. My challenge is to follow part of the original Rally Dakar route, the Paris-Dakar rally, which doesn't exist anymore right now on this route because of safety concerns. Not for me though, it exists. I will try to tackle part of the original track between Mezuga and Zagora, far away from civilization. It's over 300 kilometers of tracks, dirt road, sand, hopefully not too many dunes because I cannot really cross them. And I have absolutely no idea if it's possible to cross this road with Theodor, because it's very officially only for 4x4. Like, I didn't hear of anybody doing it without a 4x4, without like at least a convoy. I bought a lot of water and I reduced my air pressure. I have 1.8 bars in the back and 1.7 bars in the front. So I'm set for bumpy tracks, for sand. I have my sandboards on the roof. And now, I think enough talking. Let's go directly into the adventure. The last meters of tarmac. The road is ending somewhere in the steppe, desert, savanna, whatever you want to call it here. And then there'll be only off-road from there. I have to say I'm quite excited. I woke up an hour earlier than normally today because of this challenge I had. And whilst getting petrol and reducing my air pressure at the petrol station, there were many heavy off-road vehicles. I was kind of the exception with my sedan. So yeah, I think this might be kind of awesome, or maybe stupid. But at the same time, I mean, most awesome adventures and most awesome stories don't arise out of smart ideas, right? So let's give it a try. So this is where the road ends and the piste starts. Directly some washboards. I hate washboards, but thanks to the reduced air pressure, it's okay-ish. I'll directly start with some sand here to avoid the washboard. So I'm leaving a bit the official track because it goes straight through the dunes, and that's nothing for Theodor. And I'm following this dirt road instead. And all the way in the back you can see the dunes, and yeah, that's nothing I should drive through without getting stuck within the first meters. So I'm following this track, a bit bumpy. But if it goes on like this, I can definitely make it. But it's still about 280 kilometers, so quite a way to go. Okay, this is absolutely premium. That's actually the best type of road. It's sandy, but not too soft sand, so I don't get stuck, I hope. Okay, now I'm bottoming out a little bit, but there are no washboards, so that's kind of cool. Okay, this track so far is absolutely perfect. Nothing where I can get stuck. Sometimes I bottom out a little bit because due to the reduced air pressure I also lost a bit of ride height. And look at this view. It's absolutely beautiful and super quiet. So nice. Okay, so I have to avoid some small dunes that appear here and there. Here's already kind of sandy, but completely passable. But the main route basically was full of dunes where I would probably get stuck with deep tire tracks. So it's a bit tricky. I mean, yeah, you cannot just drive. You have to have your eyes open so that we won't get stuck in the sand. Because like the soft sand, I guess, is the biggest challenge along this route. But so far, so good. Plus I have sandboards. I mean, I didn't see a car for a while now, but I think it's only a matter of time that somebody would pass who could pull me out, worst case. But here the road is again very, very drivable. But that can change with every turn. Okay, that might be tricky. I'll try to get through that, but I'm not sure if I will actually. Bit of speed and power. Oi, oi, oi. That's not good. That's not good. I have to get to firm ground. If not, I get stuck. Okay, it's kind of firm ground. Oi, oi, oi. That is problematic here. Oi, oi, oi. Good job, Theodor. Firm ground. We made it. But yeah, once these too many cars drive on this stuff, it gets, I think, very, very challenging to cross. So the road turned out to be quite sandy here. So what I'm doing now, I'm just enjoying this type of road, if you can call it a road. Making some fresh tracks into the sandy, stony ground here, but it's not soft sand, so it's no problem to drive here. I'm actually kind of happy about this sand because a moment ago it was really dusty, like dried mud, but people drove over it, so it got turned into crazy dust. Not very nice to drive through. And here the road looks quite fine again. But damn, this will be challenging. I think there's still about 250 kilometers to go, a bit more. That'll be a long ride. I definitely won't finish today, but rather tomorrow. But I have food, I have water, I have fuel, and I have a tent on the roof, so I can basically just stop anywhere I want. I have a beautiful camp out here at some point. But through that I still have about 5 hours to go in the car. That's this dust I was talking about. It's not really fun, but luckily I can drive a bit around it. It's very soft dust, and almost got stuck. That was close. You just sink into the stuff, and here it goes more. I really don't like this dust. Let's try to avoid it a bit here. Oh, that's actually already a bit too much. I don't know. I don't like the look of this. Not quite sure if I should continue this quest or not, because the most important thing is that Theodor survives. Just will try to drive a bit around it. The thing is, we're just all this time in this dried out riverbed, and this riverbed has this strange dust. And once we get rid of that, I'll be really more happy. But I guess after that we'll have sand or rocks, so there's always something, right? Anyway, let's try this track now and see if we can avoid this crazy tracks through the dust. Oh, it worked. 100 meters further, the road looks again completely normal. It changes all the time. And only a few meters later it looks like this. It's changing all the time. But the views, they are always awesome. I mean, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful views surrounding me here. Feels like an open desert, which it is. Theodor fighting his way through. At least on firm ground now. This type of road with the small stones is a challenge for the tires. But I have a tire fixing kit, I have a compressor, I have a spare tire, a spare wheel. So even a flat or two won't stop me. So this is a road and you can see the mud on both sides. And I have the feeling that probably just cars drove over the mud, changing the consistency from quite firm dirt into dust. And then the dust flew away because it's very light. And all the sand is left. And that's why the road is a bit deeper than all the mud. But I guess at some point it must have been flooded here. Hard to imagine. And everything was mud. Okay, so I'm already fighting myself a while through the stone desert. Far away from civilization, of course no network, and there's an oasis in front of us with some houses and already a kid that is walking towards the road. Probably to ask for some money. Let's see, that's what they usually do. Well, just say hi, let's see. Hi.
Hello.
Water. Here we go. But for both of you, hein?
Oui.
Parfait. Pour vous deux. Vous partagez, hein?
C'est bon.
Vous partagez l'eau. J'ai mes besoins aussi. Ok, viens ici. These kids are thirsty. Et voilà. No problem.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye bye.
Dirham.
Huh? No dirham, water. Okay, if there's water, I cannot really say no. So I got the bottle of water both. My water storage got reduced, but since I got the extra 5-liter bottle, it's quite okay. Yeah, but then of course I still ask for dirham, which is local currency, which is a bit disappointing. Anyway, now I've got enough water for a day, and I mean, it's an oasis here, so I guess there should be actually water, but hard not to give some kids some water if they ask for it. So yeah, I mean, look where they live. So we're making it into this absolutely remote little settlement here. Just imagine living here. I mean, you can see some trees in the background. That must be the oasis and the source of all life. But still, it is very, very, very remote. Let's have a small look before turning to the right, because that's where we actually have to go. But I have to small look at the village. Aïe aïe aïe. Huh. Auberge, essence, you can buy fuel here. Interesting. And a restaurant. Maybe we should have a small break here. Okay, so I made a small break in this village and everybody was warning me not to drive here. So of course I did it anyway. And we just had a lot of sand. But now it's getting a bit better already. I hope we'll cross. Yeah, no idea if that's possible. I'm a bit doubting if it's a smart idea, because I mean, Theodor's health is important. I don't know. I think I made some tuning by accident. I just stopped to check if my bumper's touching the ground. And there's no bumper. I lost it. And I didn't even notice. So the question is, do I drive back and try to save it, or do I say, okay, I don't need it anyway. It's only in the way. It was broken, and I'll buy a new one at some point. I guess getting a new, like, finding it won't really help because the mount is broken. That's why it fell off. That's how it should look. This side is not broken, other side is broken. Okay guys, so it's time to drive back and look for my rear bumper. I actually kind of considered leaving it there, but on one hand it's not so nice to leave trash lying around. And on the other hand, I kind of miss it. I mean, I think the plan will be that I put it onto the rooftop and then in Sahara find a workshop that can kind of mount it. Yeah, even though it's a bit broken, maybe remove some parts that don't work. But now I have to fight myself through the sand here, which is also not easy. Okay, I followed my tracks a bit without a rear bumper, and look what I found. Here he is. Somehow I must have scraped the sand, I don't know how. So the plan is I will tune him a bit and try to get him fixed again tomorrow, but for now I live on the rooftop tent. Poor guy. Aye aye aye. Real challenge to get that connected to the rooftop tent because it's so big. You always end up touching the car, so I'm standing on my roof trying to connect it somehow, but it's absolutely not easy. Here we go. Certainly far from perfect, but it's kind of solid and doesn't touch the car, so it won't scratch anything. Good, my straps are a bit longer than necessary, so I can still use them to add some extra stuff. But yeah, this looks kind of interesting now. Okay, first time today I get stuck. That's a mess. So it's time to access the sandboards, but it's of course a bit more difficult than normally because I have a bumper lying on top of them. But it's possible, of course, anyway. There we go. Sandboards are in place. Let's hope that works. There we go. Now full power. Good job, guys. We're currently in a dried out riverbed, which also explains all the sand. And we just drove down here, which was very steep. And I really hope that driving up will be a bit easier, because if not, I guess we'll be stuck in this riverbed forever. Okay, so Theodor is utterly stuck. The sand once again got me, and even the sandboards don't really help. So now I'm actually walking a little bit to see, because the problem is that there's more than one road going here. So not all the traffic traffic is a bit exaggerated. There are a few cars a day, I guess, that pass, but not all of them pass my spot. So I just want to know before the meeting is where the roads meet again, because it might be a strategic spot to look for some help to pull me out. Because I already set the sandboards quite a few times. Used the jack to lift Theodor once in a while to bring the wheels out of the sand, but it doesn't really work well. So I'm checking out the options now. So I'm walking in this direction because I hear motorbikes somewhere. And I think there you can see some cars in the distance. So I'll head to those cars and ask them to help me. Oi, safety shoes always help. One is a bit dead already. Theodor is somewhere over there in the distance. Okay, so the sound I heard was not a motorbike, but some mining activities here. I don't think that the miners have a car, so let's give it a try. Bonjour. Parlez français? Français, anglais, English? No. Petit peu? No, well, at least it's adventurous. The guys say they have no car, but they showed me somehow to walk up the hill, and you can hear from deep down voices. So this is completely full of tunnels because people are mining here. And this guy was just preparing some dynamite or whatever, the bombs to, listen to stones. We have a car, a voiture. Mon voiture est bloquée. Non? Okay, merci. So my quest is not very successful. I walked over to this hill because I heard a generator. I thought it was a car, but it wasn't. And it's a coal mine. And people live there in extremely basic conditions. Quite nice guys, nobody speaks anything though. You don't even, well, I don't think they can even read because I tried to translate stuff. There's even some internet here, but they didn't really get anything. But then at some point that some guy on the phone who spoke French and offered to come out, but it would be a 1 hour drive for him per direction. And he asked for 150 euros for that, which I guess is fair for the distance and everything. But I don't want that. I will probably either manage to get Theodor out of this mess alone or sleep where I'm stuck and hope that at least tomorrow some car will pass by that can pull me out. And there he is, still very stuck, waiting faithfully for me. Well, it's not like he can go anywhere. Theodor, I'm so sorry. I didn't find any help. So it's up to us two now, huh? To get you out of this. Soft sand. Okay, so I'm sitting in the car. And the car is still at the same spot as before. It's very dark outside. I cooked some dinner, just had some food, and I think I'll sleep inside the car today, not on the roof, because on the roof there's a bumper, the car's not straight anyway, because I didn't really choose a spot. So let's hope that tomorrow we'll get out of this mess. Okay, good morning guys. Woke up here. First also slept a bit on the rear bench, but actually the driver's seat is more convenient because I can actually stretch my legs. Still stuck here in the sand. And now it's time to start a hopefully not too long day, but I guess it'll be quite long, trying to get the car out of this mess. It's quite cold outside, but with sleeping bag and pullover it was okay. So my plan is out to get here to this spot. Okay, also got the right format back, there we go. So here's some harder sand. I want to get here forwards now, after trying to get here up here yesterday and getting horribly stuck. And then with some speed I want to get onto this side probably, because here's again some harder sand. The problem is only the sand is super soft and the curve going up because people drove here. So what is nicer than a small walk in the morning? I mean, it is beautiful here, I have to admit, but it's also very sandy. Right now I'm looking at alternative routes to get out of this riverbed in case I manage to get here out of this mess. It's a small walk to wake up, and this is the alternative, and I think it's even worse than my spot because it's as sandy as it is, but it's even a bit steeper and a bit longer uphill, which I definitely will not manage no matter how much speed I'll take. But yesterday evening I heard a jeep passing by, so now at least I know where the other cars pass. And I hope that most of them will pass next to me because, I could need somebody to pull me out, please. So now the idea is to drive a little bit backwards and then hopefully with full speed forwards onto firm ground. But first I have to jack up again the car and able to go backwards to put a sandboard underneath the wheel that was deeply sunk into the sand. Okay, I guess I don't need a seatbelt. Let's give it a try. That worked well. I don't want to go further than necessary because if I do, I will dig myself again into the sand, and I don't want that. So let's try to work ourselves forwards little by little. Okay, it's me again, prepared all the wheels, that there's no sand blocking them, that there are no holes behind them. Let's try to go down again a few centimeters. And let's see what happens. Not good. So I don't get onto the higher ground. So now let's try to go forwards a bit and then correct it with the sandboard, try to get it up a bit. I'm not sure if it's possible, to be honest. Okay, I'm very excited because I hear a car in the distance and I really hope it will drive in my direction, or at least see me and come here. Because the 4 can only hear it. Somewhere in this direction. Where is it? I need it dearly. Help! 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 No, he's passing. God damn it. He's not coming. God damn it. Oh my god, he's turning back. I think he's coming. He's coming to help me. There he is. Hallelujah. Okay, I'm saved. These guys helped me in the Toyota. And now I just hope I managed out correctly. I gave them about 8 euros each. So 16 euros altogether for the help. They didn't even ask for it. Super nice guys. And now they're back to work. Yeah. They were part of the mining company I saw yesterday. And they managed to get me out of this mess. Did a lot of filming because while you get towed, I tried filming and I almost bumped into the Toyota, and then I decided, okay, no more filming while getting towed. So I hope we make it to Sahara now.